In the 18th century, the bagpipes were designated as instruments of war. Owning or playing them in the Scottish Highlands carried the same legal penalties as owning or carrying guns or swords. Such attitudes seem quaint to us today. Although hearing the lone piper at the end of the Edinburgh tattoo may stir our hearts to be ready to charge through the nearest castle wall, the harsh realities of modern warfare appear to have relegated the bagpipes from the field of battle to the fields of Scottish games. What place do pipes or a piper have when facing machine guns instead of muskets, pillboxes instead of pikes? For the British commandos pinned down on Sword Beach as part of that first wave of the Allied Normandy invasion on D-Day, the 6th of June, 1944, it may have been the place of victory instead of defeat. Immortalized in the 1962 film The Longest Day, Bill Millin, a 21-year-old private in Britain's 1st Special Service Brigade, was summoned by the brigade's commanding officer, Brigadier Simon Fraser, the 15th Lord Lovat and hereditary chief of the Clan Fraser. Against orders dating back to World War I that prohibited the playing of bagpipes in battle conditions due to the high risk of attracting enemy fire, Lovat directed Millin to play on the beachhead. When Private Millin declined due to the Standing War Office regulation, Lovat replied, but that's the English War Office. You and I are Scottish, and that rule doesn't apply. So following orders, Millin carried his pipes ashore and proceeded to march up and down Sword Beach playing the tunes requested of him from Lovat, including Highland Laddie and The Road to the Isles, which we have just heard played. For many soldiers on that long day at Normandy, the piper provided a unique boost to their morale. Many years later, one of those soldiers, Tom Duncan, said, "I shall never forget hearing the skirl of Bill Millin's pipes. It is hard to describe the impact it had. It gave us a great lift and increased our determination. As well as the pride we felt, it reminded us of home and why we were fighting for our lives and those of our loved ones." Bill Millin died this year on August 17th, 66 years after his heroic stance at Normandy. With our motto, "Inspire to Victory," the Clan Currie Society wishes to honor Millin and to recognize the exceptional inspiration that he provided to his fellow soldiers on that difficult and decisive day on Sword Beach. Private Millin would have been the first to both to downplay his contribution and to point to the many others who shared in the victory of that day and of that war. Too many he inspired preceded him in death on that very day. Others did so later in the war and in the intervening years. However, some still carry with them in living memory the sacrifices that secured freedom, a continued inspiration to victory over tyranny, a battle that continues as a current generation carries on the fight. No doubt there are some here this evening who are thinking of those who have shared in this fight, whose presence will be missed this Christmas because of death or duty. And so the Clan Currie Society would wish to honor those who have made the sacrifice in serving, some giving their lives, some who are remembered. We especially remember one participant in that Normandy invasion that Bill Millin shared in. Ray Schramm served in the United States Navy in World War II and took place not only in the Normandy invasion, but in Iwo Jima and Okinawa. And we're delighted to have you as our guest today. And we invite now any others who served in the military in World War II or in other forms of service, or who have a loved one who is currently serving, to please stand so that we might honor you as well. And now allow us to remember, to honor, and to be inspired. Pipe Major Larson, if you please.